My girlfriend announced, "I'm moving in with my ex to co-parent better. You'll understand someday." I said, "Absolutely." Then I helped her pack and drove her there myself. What I left in their mailbox made her ex kick her out within 48 hours. I, 36 male, was with Jessica 33 for 2 years. She had a 6-year-old daughter, Emma, from her previous relationship with Nate, 35. I loved that kid like she was my own. Tea parties, bedtime stories, the whole deal. 3 weeks ago, Jessica sat me down for a talk. "I've been thinking about Emma's well-being," she started. "Nate and I have decided it would be better for her if we lived together, for co-parenting." I stared at her. "You're joking." "I knew you'd react like this. It's not about us, it's about Emma. She needs both parents under one roof." "Jessica, we live together. Emma has her own room here. I've been helping raise her for 2 years." She rolled her eyes. "You're not her real father, Greg. This is what's best for her. You'll understand when you have kids of your own someday." The condescension. The dismissal of 2 years of 6 a.m. Saturday cartoons, homework help, and "Greg, can you check for monsters?" The absolute audacity. "So you're moving in with your ex." For Emma, it's temporary, just until she's more stable. "And our relationship? We can still date. You can visit on weekends. Nate's fine with it." "Nate's fine with it. How generous of him." I took a deep breath. "You know what? You're absolutely right. This is what's best. When do you want to move?" Her face lit up. "Really? You understand?" "Completely. I'll even help you pack." She hugged me, tears in her eyes. "I knew you'd come around. You're so mature about this." "Yeah, real mature." Update 1. I spent the week being the perfect supportive boyfriend. Helped her pack, organized boxes, even labeled everything. Jessica was over the moon about how understanding I was being. "See, this is why I love you," she said while wrapping dishes. "You get that modern families are complicated." "Absolutely." "Hey, what's Nate's girlfriend think about this?" Jessica's face darkened. "He doesn't have one. We agreed no partners at the house. It would confuse Emma." "So you're both single, living together." "Co-parenting. It's different." "Right, and I can't visit? Not overnight. And maybe not for the first month. Emma needs to adjust." The delusion was incredible, but I kept smiling, kept packing. Moving day arrived. I rented a U-Haul with my own money because I'm just that supportive. Loaded everything up while Nate supervised from his doorway, smirking like he'd won something. "Thanks for understanding, bro," he said. "Takes a real man to put a child's needs first." "Oh, I agree. Children should always come first." He didn't catch the emphasis. Jessica didn't either. After unloading everything, Jessica walked me to my truck. "I'll call you tomorrow, okay? We can plan our first date night." "Looking forward to it." She kissed me goodbye. Nate watched from the window. I drove away, but not home. I had one more stop, their mailbox. See, while helping Jessica pack, I'd found something interesting in her closet. A folder labeled legal documents. Being the helpful boyfriend I was, I'd made sure to pack it safely. But first, I'd made copies. Lots of copies. The custody agreement from their divorce was fascinating reading. Specifically the part about cohabitation with romantic partners, affecting child support payments, and the financial disclosure forms showing Nate owed $18,000 in back support. But the real treasure? Text messages between them from a month ago that Jessica had printed. Why do people print texts? Messages where they explicitly discussed getting back together, but keeping me around for financial stability, since I'd been paying half her rent and buying Emma's school supplies. "Nate, just move back in. We'll figure out the Greg situation later. He's too useful right now. Paid for Emma's dance classes for the whole year." Now, what a sucker. Be nice. He loves Emma. Makes this easier. I left copies in the mailbox with a sticky note. "Nate, thought you should see what Jessica's been saying about your performance issues to her friends. Also, your ex-wife Carla might want to know about that back child support. Already sent her copies. Good luck with the new roommate, Greg." The performance issues thing? Made that up. But cheaters are always paranoid about what else their partner might be sharing. Update 2. The calls started at 6 a.m. "Jessica, what did you do? Good morning to you too. How's the co-parenting going?" "Nate's losing his mind. He says you sent him something. He won't tell me what, but he wants me out today. That's weird. I just dropped off some paperwork I found while packing. Thought it might be important." "What paperwork?" Oh, various things. Legal documents, text messages. You really should be more careful with sensitive information. Silence. Then, you went through my things? I was packing them. You asked me to pack everything, remember? I was being thorough. Those were private. Were they? Because Nate seems pretty interested in them now. She hung up, called back 10 minutes later, crying. He's threatening to take me to court, says I violated the custody agreement. By moving in with him? By planning to keep dating you while living with him. Apparently, that counts as cohabitation with a romantic partner. Oh no. Who could have known? You did. You knew, and you did this on purpose. I did what? Share information? I thought co-parents should have full transparency. Isn't that what you told me? She started screaming about betrayal and trust. I hung up. Nate called next. You think you're clever? I think I'm single. My ex-girlfriend just moved in with her ex. How's that working out? She played you for 2 years, man, and you for longer, apparently. Did you know she told her friend group about your crying episode? The one after you couldn't perform? It's not. She said she never told anyone. Check the screenshots I left. Page 3. There was no page 3. But paranoia is powerful. I'm kicking her out. That's between you two co-parents. I'm just a guy who helped his ex move. Have a great day. But the real explosion came from Carla, Nate's ex-wife. She'd received my package with documentation of his back child support and screenshots of him bragging to Jessica about hiding income. She called me that afternoon. Is this real? Every word. Check the metadata on the screenshots if you want. $18,000. That bastard told me he was broke. Apparently not too broke to rent a nice 3-bedroom house for Jessica to move into. Oh, he's done. My lawyer's going to destroy him. Sorry you're dealing with this. Don't be sorry. You're a hero. That money is for my kids' college funds. Update 3. Jessica's world imploded faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. First, Nate kicked her out after finding more evidence I hadn't actually left. His paranoia had him convinced Jessica had been sharing all his secrets with me. She hadn't, but guilty people always assume everyone else is guilty too. She showed up at my door with her car packed full of boxes. Please, I need somewhere to stay. Just for a few days. What happened to co-parenting? He's being ridiculous. He thinks I told you about his private issues. Did you? No, I mean maybe mentioned 1 or 2 things but nothing serious. Sounds like a trust issue between co-parents. Not my problem. Greg, please, I have Emma with me. That hit hard. I loved that kid, but I stood firm. You have parents, you have friends, you made your choice. I chose what was best for Emma. No, you chose to use me as a wallet while planning to get back with your ex. I saw the text, Jessica. Her face went white. Those were taken out of context. He's too useful right now, needs context. I didn't mean it like that. How about, what a sucker? What context makes that better? She started ugly crying. Emma was watching from the car, and I felt terrible for the kid. But enabling Jessica wouldn't help Emma in the long run. There's a motel 2 miles down the road. They have weekly rates. You're really gonna do this to Emma? You did this to Emma when you decided to play games with the adults in her life. Don't put this on me. She left, still crying. Posted on social media about men who punish children for adult problems and fake fathers showing their true colors. My response was simple. I posted the screenshot of her and Nate calling me a sucker with the caption, "When you find out you were just a wallet with legs." PSA. Trust your gut, fellas. Her post disappeared within an hour. Update 4. The legal fallout was beautiful to watch from a distance. Carla's lawyer filed an emergency motion for contempt regarding the back child support. The judge was not amused by Nate's hidden income. He got 30 days to pay the full $18,000 or face jail time. Nate, in desperation, tried to claim Jessica owed half since she'd been benefiting from the arrangement. The judge actually laughed. Sir, you can't retroactively make your girlfriend responsible for your child support. Meanwhile, Jessica's custody situation deteriorated. Since she'd moved Emma out of her stable home with me into Nate's house, then into a motel, the court considered her living situation unstable. She called me crying. They're giving Nate primary custody. This is your fault. How is your poor planning my fault? If you hadn't left those papers, if you hadn't tried to play everyone, none of this would have happened. I was trying to do what was best for Emma. No, you were trying to have your cake and eat it too. Now you're choking on it. But the most satisfying moment came from an unexpected source. Emma's school counselor reached out to me. Mr. Gregg, Emma's been asking for you. She's allowed to write letters if you're comfortable receiving them. My heart broke, of course. I'd love to hear from her. The first letter arrived yesterday. Dear Gregg, Mom says you don't love us anymore, but I don't believe her. Do you still remember our secret handshake? I miss our pancake Saturdays. Love, Emma. I wrote back immediately, careful to keep it appropriate and copy her counselor. Dear Emma, I'll always care about you. I remember our handshake perfectly. Life changes sometimes, but the fun memories stay forever. Keep being awesome. Your friend, Gregg. Jessica found out about the letters and went ballistic. Called me screaming about undermining her parenting. You moved in with your ex to undermine our relationship. I'm writing appropriate letters to a kid I helped raise for 2 years. See the difference? Update 5. The grand finale came courtesy of Jessica's own entitlement. Unable to afford a decent place, since she'd been relying on my income, she moved back with her parents. They were less than thrilled to have their 33-year-old daughter and granddaughter crammed into their retirement condo. Her dad, Frank, actually called me. Gregg, what the hell happened? Jessica says you sabotaged her co-parenting arrangement. Frank, did she tell you she was planning to date me while living with her ex? What? Did she mention the texts where they called me a sucker for paying her bills? She said those were jokes. Did she mention that she told me I'd never be Emma's real father after I'd been raising her for 2 years? Long pause. No, she didn't mention that. I've got screenshots if you want them. Send them. I did. Frank called back an hour later. I'm sorry, Gregg. We didn't raise her to be like this. Not your fault, Frank. You were good to Emma. Hell, you were good to Jessica. She just got greedy. Yeah. The last I heard through mutual friends, Nate had to sell his house to pay the back child support and legal fees. He got supervised visitation only after the court found out about the hidden income. Jessica got Emma back, but has to live with her parents indefinitely. She's working 2 jobs to afford a lawyer to fight for full custody. She tells everyone I'm a narcissistic abuser who manipulated the situation. Nobody believes her after the screenshots went public. Last week, I got one final text from an unknown number. You destroyed my life over pride. I hope you're happy. I responded, I'm not happy or unhappy about your situation. I'm indifferent. You made choices. Those choices had consequences. I just made sure the right people knew about them. Emma misses you. That's manipulation, and you know it. It's true, though. Then maybe you should have thought about that before treating me like a walking ATM while planning your reunion with Nate. I never loved him. I love you. You love what I provided. There's a difference. Please, can we talk? We just did. Lose this number. I blocked it and went back to my life. Started dating a woman named Claire who has no kids, no ex-drama, and pays her own bills. It's refreshing. Final update. It's been 2 months since the mailbox incident. Here's where everyone landed. Jessica is still at her parents' place, working as a receptionist during the day and stocking shelves at night. Her social media is full of inspirational quotes about rising from the ashes and strong single mothers. The comments are mostly empty platitudes from other bitter people. Nate is living in a studio apartment, wages garnished for child support. His ex-wife Carla sent me a thank you card with a Starbucks gift card and a photo of her kids at Disney World with the note, "The back support paid for this. Thank you for having more integrity than their father." Emma? That still hurts. The counselor says she's doing okay but misses the stability. I've kept all her letters and wrote back when allowed, always appropriate, always copied to the counselor. Jessica tried to stop it, but the court said maintaining positive relationships was in Emma's best interest. Some of my friends said I went too far. You didn't have to nuclear option it, they said. But here's the thing. I didn't create the nuclear option. Jessica did when she decided to move in with her ex while keeping me as a backup plan. Nate did when he hid income from his kids. I just made sure the truth came out. Was I petty? Absolutely. Was I wrong? I don't think so. Jessica wanted to have it all. The ex, the boyfriend, the financial support, the emotional backup plan. She gambled on me being too nice to do anything about it. She lost. The funniest part? About a month ago, Nate tried to reach out to Bro Bond over being played by the same woman. She used us both, man. We should get a beer and compare notes. Nate, you called me a sucker. You were actively planning to use me with her. We're not bras. We're not anything. You both got exactly what you deserved. Come on, water under the bridge you both set on fire? Pass. He called me various names and hung up. Looking back, the red flags were there. The way Jessica always compared me to Nate. The way she'd text him constantly about Emma stuff that didn't require immediate responses. The way she'd light up when he picked Emma up, then complain about him the second he left. I was useful. That's all. But hey, at least I helped Emma with her multiplication tables. Taught her to ride a bike without training wheels. Made her laugh with my terrible dad jokes. Those memories are real, even if Jessica's feelings weren't. To everyone asking if I regret it? No. They conspired to use me. I exposed them. Actions have consequences. And to Jessica, since I know you still cyberstalk me, yes, I kept the receipts for everything I bought Emma. No, I'm not seeking reimbursement. They were gifts to an innocent kid, not investments in your con game. But next time you tell someone they're not a real parent, remember that real parents don't use their kids as manipulation tools. Claire thinks the whole story is insane. Who moves in with their ex while dating someone else? Someone who thought they found a sucker. Did they? For 2 years, yeah, but suckers learn. We're taking a cooking class together. No drama, no schemes, no secret texts with exes, just normal, boring, healthy relationship stuff. It's nice. Oh, and Nate's house that he had to sell, the one Jessica was so excited to move into? I drove by last week. There's a rainbow flag in the window and a love wins sign in the yard. The new owners seem nice. Karma's funny like that.